What's up, Womack Nostalgia? Dave here with a review of ILLIT's third EP, Bomb. ILLIT back with their first release since last fall. ILLIT, the girl group on B-Lift Lab, the HYBE sub-label home to HYBE. And ILLIT at this point, with just a year under their belt and change at this point, have become a really significant commercial K-pop force, seemingly immediately. Their debut single, Magnetic, is a massive track, 600 million plus streams on Spotify, and also set a major milestone, being the first K-pop debut song from a group or artist to also debut on the Billboard Hot 100. Pretty significant. And of course, ILLIT, unfortunately, was caught up in the HYBE controversy with NewJeans for, I think, real reasons, in the sense that their kind of minimalist musical approach, sonic approach, it has a lot of comparisons that can be made to NewJeans, especially the debut era of ILLIT. Thankfully, the release last fall, this new release, Bomb, is kind of getting away from those really direct, obvious comparisons, although I think they're still operating in the same, realm of K-pop music. On a more positive note, ILLIT, I think, went super viral, like viral outside of the K-pop world for their ability to do the slay drum dance trend, very well at that. So that's something. That said, I haven't really connected with ILLIT's music all that much because I find it incredibly bland and simple. There's just so little texture to this music. It's so refined, both musically and also, frankly, in the writing department, that there's just not a lot to latch onto with this music. And I personally don't find a lot of this stuff super catchy, like background, like playlist core or anything like that. So it doesn't really do a whole lot for me, but clearly it works for a lot of people, given the mass success you've seen with Magnetic and other songs like Lucky Girl Syndrome. I will pat myself on the back and note that I thought Tic Tac from the last release would be the grower, would be the hit on that project, despite not being the lead single. I was certainly correct. That song is clearly the most successful of any of the songs off I'll Like You, so I'll take that. ILLIT's third EP, Bomb, is more of the same from the K-pop group. They are very comfortable with this minimalist sonic approach. To me, it doesn't do enough to really grab me. It doesn't really set itself apart from other K-pop artists that are just doing more to engage you. I find the majority of these choruses and hooks to be so minimal, so underwritten, that ILLIT is almost excited to do like the beat bop boop like meme approach at this point and not actually really have much in the way of songwriting and like general pop convention. I think the group is certainly more engaging with the verses, but given that these beats are often super vanilla intentionally, there's just not a lot to be excited about. Following all the plagiarism discussion with NewJeans, to have a song titled Little Monster from ILLIT, just give it a different name. You're just inviting the bad press and the connections. It's just not a good idea. Of course, that being a reference to Baby Monster. So, that one is what it is at this point, even if it doesn't really sound like a Baby Monster song. You actually listen to the song, you wouldn't be mistaken that being Baby Monster. YG has no interest, negative interest in this type of music. And I'm happy about that. If you listen to Little Monster, it's really like just like a okay bass drum tempo. The Wanna Know chorus, though, it's just bad. It's just repetitive, and I lose myself with the song immediately. Track 2, Do the Dance. This one, almost like a disco intro, which I thought at least was notable because it's a little bit of a different vibe from what they've done to this point. And the vocals also happen to be a lot more livelier and energetic than they normally are from the group. Again, though, the chorus, super underwritten, really lets the song down. I think the best song on here has to be track 3, Jealous. When I first heard it, before I looked down at the track list, I thought it was just like Konglish, like pronunciation of jealous, but no, it's actually jelly and jealous together. It's a boppy song, though. I think it makes you move. It certainly makes you move more than the majority of their music. Also happens to have the best chorus on this whole album. Funny what happens when the choruses are actually good on their tracks. The next song, Oops, also a livelier chorus, funky bass line this time around. This one's all right. And then the last song, Bam So Boom, very synth driven. Incredibly bland, about as bland as it could be, to be honest. So, at this point, it's like, I don't even know what to expect from them vocally because they're just making such like boilerplate music at this point. Like, it's supposed to like just be like ambient synth music, and that drives you. Like, if these girls are great singers, I'm not super into the group, so I haven't heard like their acapella stuff. I'm sure there's some vocal talent here. HYBE doesn't exactly hire bad people, so I'm sure they could be doing significantly more than they're doing now, but this is clearly the artistic and creative direction for this group. And a lot of this stuff is in the general mold of, the trends of K-pop today, and these just happen to be the trends I'm least interested in. But let me know if you like ILLIT more than me. Let me know what you like about it. And for more music reviews, more K-pop reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.